Hey guys, Matthew, and today I'm going to bring you guys a very quick video on a tech which is going to be absolutely mandatory for just about every single build that can fit in a rare amulet on their build, and that is essentially going to be how to get a free 50% aura on your build. So what you're going to need here is this new Divine Blessing. Now, we don't have the skill gem in our POV, so it's going to be impossible for me to just show you what it would look like. But essentially, this Divine Blessing, what it does is it converts supported aura skills into a temporary blessing with increased effect, which means essentially it's giving you an aura with increased effect. And it changed the reservation to a one-time cost. So instead of basically reserving 50% of your mana, it would just cost a certain amount of mana. I'm just going to assume that it costs the reservation, so it would cost 50% of your mana, which means you would need to have 50% unreserved mana in order to be able to use this. You will only be able to benefit from one blessing at a time, which means you can't have like 50 of these. And this gem does not convert banner skills. So this tech is extremely strong with the focus mod. Skills cost no mana or life while focused. Now, this is considered a skill, of course, right? So you can basically get this reservation for free without actually needing to have the available mana. Now, if you don't know how focus works, it is a skill that appears whenever you basically have it on your build. So this is from Veiled Modifiers. If you ever get one that has something while focused, so in this case skills cost no mana while focused, this little icon is going to appear on your skill bar. You can put it wherever you want, and essentially it lasts for 4 seconds, and after the 4-second duration it will have a 8-second cooldown. Now, there is no way of decreasing that 8-second cooldown. There's no way of making focus last longer. It's basically stuck at 4-8, which means you have a 33% uptime. Now, the cool thing about this is if Blessing works the same way that March of the Legion used to work, which this is kind of a replacement for that, this Blessing is basically should last 20 seconds on base. So because you have 4 seconds window where your skills are costing no mana, you can cast the Blessing, which is going to last for 20 seconds. Then by the time that this cooldown is over, and then the cooldown, or sorry, by the time that the skill is over for 4 seconds and the cooldown for 8, which means only 12 seconds have elapsed, it's going to be back up. And as soon as you're about to run out of your aura of choice, you can just go ahead and do it again. So this is going to require basically 2 links on your build, so it could be anywhere on your weapon, whatever. 2 links and a craft on your amulet. Now, the biggest downside is exactly that, because the craft on your amulet will require you to have a rare amulet, which means if your build is using a unique amulet, this is not going to be possible. However, the damage that this actually offers on a build is pretty incredible. So looking at most builds that you will see in the upcoming league, a lot of them are going to focus on getting proper defenses. Now, a build which uses life in order to cast, such as Seismic Trap, is going to be able to actually reserve almost the entirety of its mana pool, just keeping enough to use something like Flame Dash. So what most builds are going to end up looking like is Determination alongside Grace, and then probably Defiance Banner. And then in this case, because we don't need like any mana available, we can even go Skitterbot, so we can have 4 auras. Now, the thing here is we have no offensive auras. Now, in this specific example, we have Seismic Trap, which is a physical skill, which is nice because there is no real aura that we would want for damage other than, of course, War Banner, which we are changing for Defiance Banner because it adds a very, quite substantial amount of evasion and armor to the build. You could also go War Banner if you really just wanted to push that little bit of extra damage. You're trading off, some defense for some damage, but overall, probably Defiance Banner, especially because it scales well with Flask, and once you get a Skin of the Loyal or a Skin of the Lords, it'll be even better. Now, what I want to get to is that now with this Blessing, you could fit in Pride, right? Pride is pretty much the only real aura that you would care for on a build like this, but of course there's also Herald of Purity, which is pretty good. Now, these are the sort of choices that you can make yourself. Now, if your build doesn't use Skitterbots, this is a 35% reservation aura, so what you could do is actually go with Discipline. Now, the reason why Discipline is so strong is because if your build is on this side of the tree, you could get Ghost Dance, and Ghost Dance paired with a little bit of little bit of energy shield, something around 1,000 energy shield would be plenty. Now I have 584 without really any investment whatsoever, so let's just say I grab all of this. Now I'm sitting at about 600 energy shield, which is kind of the bare minimum to make Ghost Dance work. Now, of course, I haven't worked this POB, and this is completely messed up on the mana front, but this is something that is going to be possible due to this new blessing support paired with the focus skills cost no mana or life while focused. Definitely something that I will be abusing on most, if not all of my builds, especially League starters, since I don't typically put any sort of unique amulets on those. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Before I go, as always, I want to say a huge thank you to my supporters. So like him, Hamad, Max, Georgie, Rascal, Stan, Brandon, welcome back, Thomas, Nate, The Great Master, Alex, The Other Alex, Tim, Mercury, Johnny, and Scott, as well as Nailed, Kevin, Killer Kev, Dubstep, The Other Alex, Business, and Jarek. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Let me know what you think about these short, tip videos where I share some pretty broken strats. Peace.